white flag is out. 1 lap remaining. You may be seeing the fastest race in the history of motorsports. Terry Labonte triggers that car into the first turn. Up he goes on a 31-degree banking.
Must be a hopeless feeling for someone like Waltrip, who knows exactly what to do but is unable to do it because the machine just doesn't have the oomph to catch him. Now the draft there, he's got about 7 car lengths to pick up. He'll get some of it back. Let's see if he can get more.
Now remember, next Sunday they'll detune him a little, go to a slightly different gear because they have to make them last for 500 miles in the 27th annual $1 million Great American Race, the Daytona 500. Coming around to decide the class after Ford's dominated qualifying yesterday for the 500 is Terry Labonte across the line, and number 44 is winning. Down for the last lap. Elliott draws away. Lake Speed gets one more shot at Bill Elliott. No one's been able to contain Elliott all afternoon.
And one thing that Lake Speed didn't need was those cars running side by side with him. Of course, they were running for positions too, but he needed every clean shot that he could get to keep up with Elliott. He was not going to be able to do it.
Yeah, he wanted a bit of help, man, but too late now.
First place, no contest given to Elliott. Battle will be for third. Lake Speed is in second. Battle will be Waltrip, Baker, Rudd inside that third position. There's Lake Speed right there. In the second position, Bill Elliott is on his way to his greatest race ever. A little looseness up in turn number 3. A couple of cars all the way sideways. Here they are coming back to the line. And after dominating all day, his crew out on pit road, Bill Elliott wins the 1985 Daytona 500. Here he is coming around. White flag is about to appear. Number 11, Waltrip closes in. As they go to the first turn, Waltrip onto Bodine. Earnhardt draws away by 4 car lengths.
Darrell Waltrip is going to try it on the inside, going in the third corner. Bodine shuts him off.
Last lap, off turn number 4 to win the Richmond 400. It will be, for the first time in his racing career, Dale Earnhardt. Earnhardt has done it for the Richard Childress team.
Against the leader, he is 1 lap away from going to victory lane. Neil Bonnet is on his bumper. Terry Labonte and Lake Speed are right there.
Harry hung right on the bottom of the racetrack through turns 1 and 2. Neil Bonnet got a little bit high.
Back straightaway, and it looks like Gant all the way. He's got the advantage.
He really does. He gets up a little bit too high in turn 3.
Here comes Bonnet. Gant comes down to the bottom, and they touch. Gant gets a little out of shape. He's on the outside, but here comes Bonnet. It is too close to call.
I have no idea.
Too close to call. Bonnet's momentum carried him ahead of Gant into turn 1. Here they are. Gant's way up high on the racetrack, and he tries to come down on Neil Bonnet.
He tries to close off the inside, but Bonnet gets his car alongside. He just pushes Harry up the racetrack. See, he's got the right front up against the left rear quarter panel, and that's pushing the Skull Bandit up the racetrack.
Gant's car gets a little bit out of shape there. Here comes the Budweiser Chevrolet of Bonnet. Labonte's right behind them. He's got nowhere to go, and Lake Speed's not a factor. Now, that's the restart stripe. That's not the finish line. Bonnet pulls up closer, ever closer. Gant trying to hold that momentum. Here comes the finish line. Oh, and give it to Neil Bonnet.
White flag. One lap to go for the leader. Bill Elliott is the man you spoke of in our on-camera scene set at the beginning, Sam. You said that the changing of the guard appeared to be here in NASCAR racing and that Bill Elliott might be the man. Well, he's looking like the man today. He'll be the first person to win 2 races in this season of 1985 and perhaps about to assert real authority in this sport. A tremendous lead now as he heads for the checkered flag. It's going to be Elliott. And the big crowd cheers him in as he wins the Atlanta 500.
The white flag will come out this time around from Harold Kinder. And there is the 1 more lap to go signal for Dale Earnhardt. He moves the car into turn 1. keeps it in the middle of the racetrack through turn 2 and on to the backstretch. Ricky Rudd still several car lengths behind. There's clear sailing for Dale Earnhardt. He comes off of the 4th corner. The checkered flag is out. Dale Earnhardt wins the Valleydale 500. Second place is Ricky Rudd, and third spot is going to go to Terry Labonte.
The white flag is out. We're on the last lap. We'll continue to watch this battle for second position because Elliott is going to win this race with no problem. And it looks like that Waltrip is going to hold on for second. But Richmond may challenge here in turns 3 and 4. They're going to move up, Bob. I tell you, it looks like Tim may have had the line, but Buddy Harrington was there, and there wasn't anything Tim could do about it. Here comes the win. Bill Elliott takes the checkered. He wins the race. Second position. Oh, it goes to Darrell Waltrip. As Tim Richmond made one final bid, cutting to the low side of the racetrack to the inside, but Darrell Waltrip held him off for second spot.
Harold Kinder waves the white flag. There's one to go.
Now, because Neal has been running so relatively slow, Allison and Rudd are closing up too. If these guys get together in turn 3 and 4, could it be Rudd or Allison? They're right together also.
Into turn number 3, Neil Bonnett still has the lead, but Darrell Waltrip is going to make one final bid to the inside. Now he looks low to the inside. Coming off the corner, he's not going to be able to do it. Neil Bonnett wins. Waltrip's second spot. In third place, it is Ricky Rudd, and fourth, Bobby Allison, although they cross almost side by side, and we may have to check the official scoring to determine who finished third.
Trouble up in turn 4. Eddie Bierswell has spun it around, and he gets a piece of the wall this time. Couldn't save it. And Bierswell will bounce himself up over the curb, and poor Harold's taken away with that flag two-handed now as caution comes out. Harry almost pushed the pace car off the 4th corner because he don't take any chance on anybody to get between him and the pace car. So here's Gant. There's the finish line, and there's the checkered flag. Harry Gant wins the Sovereign Bank 500. It's his 7th Grand National victory in his career.
They started out with Yarborough on the lead, and then Elliott took over. Then Elliott had problem with an oil line. He dropped 2 laps back. He drove his way back into the lead and is now the leader at the Alabama 500 at Talladega as the white flag comes out with just one more lap to go for Elliott.
Well, it certainly looks like the contest is over. I've been having a watch on Elliott. He's been running at 205 miles an hour. The last sprint when he doesn't even have to go that fast.
We are watching history being made here in Alabama. This is going to be the fastest 500 miles ever run. We're just over 186 miles an hour. The fastest race to this point was the 1980 Daytona 500 at 177. And Bill Elliott screams now for the checkered flag. Again, completely dominating this race. He came from behind, and Elliott wins the Alabama 500 at Talladega. Look at that machine pass under the checkered flag.
What a season it has been for the entire Elliott crew. They say this is reminiscent of the Petties of the 60s and early 70s. And can you see some resemblance in the family operations as he takes the white flag and heads on the final lap? The new king of NASCAR, they're calling him Bill Elliott.
Well, it sure is. And you know, teams have dominated before. Junior Johnson's done it for years. The Petty family did it for years, and now Elliott and them's doing it. And I don't personally think they ought to restrict that car. I think they ought to let him go ahead and go. But we're looking at racing. They call it racing, and that's exactly what he's doing. He's doing it by the rules.
And he's doing it better than anybody else as he heads down the front straightaway. Elliott to take the checkered flag, and Elliott has won the Budweiser 500 here in Dover, Delaware.
Harold Kinder holding 2 to go. It'll be white flag this time by. They have 8 seconds. Back to the third place car, Terry Labonte, and Labonte may lose third before it's over. CALE Yarborough is closing in on Labonte. Turn 1 for the final time. Waltrip will climb up the racetrack. Gant has the short way around on the bottom side. Waltrip points it down the back straightaway at Richard Petty's STP Pontiac. That will be a lap down if they catch him. Don't think they will. They go into turn 3. Has Harry Gant got anything left?
Darrell seems to have something left, unless Harry does something spectacular in his car. Harry's car got a little loose off that corner. Darrell's going to come across the line here winning.
Darrell Waltrip, a hand in the air, a wave to the crowd of 100,000 plus. He wins $200,000. He blows up.
Going in the first corner, he blew up.
What a Hollywood ending.
I tell you what, Junior Johnson,
I'll be glad to throw that in the garbage can.
Back to the start-finish line. White flag for Waltrip. He's seeking to win his first Winston Cup race of the 1985 season. And on pit road, Earnhardt had to get a push to get going. Now he's away. He'll be the fourth-place car, perhaps even fifth to Labonte. Back straightaway, and Waltrip is still at full song, tracking down Bobby Allison. Either one of these cars could run out of gas here and coast to the finish.
Absolutely. Darrell Waltrip's going to win this race.
Here's Waltrip under Allison. Doesn't make the move as they come off turn number 4. And nearly 150,000 race fans are on their feet. Waltrip has the gas. He goes the distance and wins the World 600. His first victory of 1985.
Well, Brock, the next time the Iceman at number 44 crosses the start-finish line, he'll see the white flag. That means he's only 2.62 miles away from the second consecutive California 400 victory.
Well, they call him the Iceman because he's so laid back, a very modest, very quiet young man. But boy, I'll tell you what, he talks with his right foot when he's on a racetrack as he completes the next to last lap, heading down into the S's. A few more corners remain. Broken gearbox, a spin, anything that could put him out at the last second of this race as he charges up into turn number 6, trying not to make a mistake.
And Brock, let's give a tip of the hat to number 9. The Vince has fought his way back to 6th spot. But it can't be good news for him that Terry Labonte is leading this race. Because if he wins it appears he will extend his Winston Cup points lead over Bill Elliott.
So Elliott heads down into turn number 1. Obviously a disappointed young man because he made that magnificent charge from 12th place all the way up to the lead, only to cut down a tire and then fall back.
Here comes Terry Labonte. Terry Labonte swinging down into turn number 9. He's only got a few hundred yards before the checkered flag will fly. And car owner Billy Hagan has got to be wishing he didn't go fishing and was here to enjoy their success at Riverside for the second year in a row.
Off the final corner, just about coast toward the finish line. Checkered flag is out. Victory, Corpus Christi, Texas, as Terry Labonte wins it here at Riverside. Sensational victory by this young man.
And Harold Kinder displays only the white flag. One more to go, no yellow. It's going to be a dash to the finish, but I don't think anybody's going to catch Bill Elliott. We'll see.
Well, let's keep our eyes peeled on turn number 1. Remember to send about Wallace. And right now, NASCAR officials are checking on it. Is it slippery down there?
Well, yes. Elliott gets out of shape. Yeah, he got way high, and so does Harry Gant for that matter. Gant's still out of shape. Now, Elliott's down to the extreme inside of the racetrack, and the yellow is out.
But they race back to the checker.
They're going to race to the yellow or the checkered flag, so whoever comes out on top here next time around is going to be the winner of the race.
Boy, it was almost handed to Darrell Waltrip. Right now, Elliott has built up an insurmountable lead. Unless he runs out of gas. I don't think he will because he pitted about 15 laps ago. This is going to be his.
Not much chance of that happening. Gant pulls in, though, ever so slightly, but I think that Elliott is going to win this race. There they go by Rusty Wallace's very slow car that apparently blew an engine and deposited some oil down in turn number 1. Here they come off of corner number 3. Elliott down to the inside, looking for the checkered flag, and he gets it. Bill Elliott wins the race. Gant is second, Waltrip third, and Bodine fourth.
All right, white flag coming out. You'll see it. That's about all Bill Elliott saw of it. What you saw of it is we're into the last lap.
He can just about coast home from here. He has 17 seconds lead. We'll let 17 seconds now, but he can just about coast home.
But if it should work right here out of 2, say hello, Darrell Waltrip. Here he is back straight away. Motoring, being as conservative as he can with this car. What a beautiful car these people put out. Their garage may not be the most sanitary in the world, but their cars certainly are some of the most beautiful when they bring them out to the racetrack.
Every time they bring him to the racetrack, it looks like a brand new automobile. And he's prepared that way.
Bill Elliott seeking just a little more mileage, searching to get that victory under his belt and win his 7th race, crown on its feet. And Bill Elliott has done it. Car number 9 comes across the line. The Elliotts of Dawsonville, Georgia have won the Michigan 400 on this Father's Day. Here's Darrell Waltrip coming across for second. CALE Yarborough closing right upon him for third. About 10 car lengths back as they cross the stripe. The 4th position will go to Tim
Tim Richmond.
We had a report moments ago that the radio communication between the pit crew of Greg Sachs and the car was not functioning. It's been a long time since he went to the pits, and perhaps in the confusion of lead changes, he hasn't realized that he is in front. And as Labonte and Greg Sachs come out of turn 4, preparing to take the white flag, this last lap could prove interesting if that's the case. Meanwhile, in the Greg Sachs pits, they're believing that they have this race won. Sachs' wife Victoria was there with her fingers crossed. Sachs now moving alongside of Labonte. He certainly is making moves which indicate he believes he needs to finish in front of Labonte. The last lap of the Firecracker 400. Greg Sachs, without question, has removed some of the headline potential from Bill Elliott today. Labonte still in front of Greg Sachs. It would take the unbelievable. Sachs is moving high alongside Labonte, way close to the wall. That definitely confirms it. There is no way Sachs would make such a move if he felt he was in front. But now, even in his own mind, Greg Sachs is the winner of the Firecracker 400. Today, and there are the people who pulled it off. They didn't work together more than a week ago, but somehow they put it all together today.
The white flag has come out. We're on the last lap of the race. Bodine and Waltrip battle for third spot. Waltrip is to the inside and Bodine is high on the racetrack. It looks like they may have touched once again in turn number 1. Here they come off of corner number 1 onto Long Pond straightaway for the final time this afternoon. Look at Jeff Bodine and Darrell Waltrip go fender to fender out there and wheel to wheel. Into corner number 2, Waltrip grabs back third position. Up front, it continues to be Bill Elliott's race with Neil Bonnet running second. There is Elliott approaching turn number 3 on the final lap of the race. He dives that car to the inside of the racetrack. Now comes off of turn number 3. He can see Harold Kinder with the checkered flag in hand. Here comes Bill Elliott. He wins the Summer 500. Neil Bonnet finishes second. The battle for third goes to Darrell Waltrip by just a few inches over Jeff Bodine.
Now the speculation is, as they come down, white flag is out. Yarborough trying to pull away as Bouchard racing on and across the line. Has Elliott gambled, or rather has Yarborough gambled correctly here?
He has. When Ron Bouchard made that move, that's the best thing that could have happened to Cale Yarborough. It's because when they were running side by side, it allowed Yarborough to pull away. That was his only hope, I think, Ken. If they had lined up right behind each other and made that pass on the last lap, they might have pulled it off.
Bouchard made a shot in turn number 1. It looked like he had Bonnet turned sideways. I think Neil Bonnet attacked him right on as they came off turn 2. But all right, racing for the finish now, coming down, and there's distance. Cale Yarborough may be out to win it for the first time. He's coming into the tri-oval. Cale Yarborough with his luck here. Here they are. Chargers should have a great race for second place as well. At the line, it is Yarborough across. Then it's car number 12, Neil Bonnet for second, and it will be Ron Bouchard. I think he did get some damage. Ron Bouchard, the front right corner of his car was definitely deranged. He must have just tagged Neil Bonnet coming up turn 2.
The white flag comes out. Bill Elliott is on his last lap on this 2-mile tri-oval here at Michigan. He doesn't have very much activity in front of him. It should be easy going for him here on this last lap off of corner number 2 now and setting the car into the backstretch. Elliott from Dawsonville, Georgia, 29 years of age. And Kyle Petty also has an engine let go. Mike Waltrip and Kyle Petty with engine problems here on the last lap of the race. Meanwhile, Bill Elliott keeps the car in the middle of the racetrack, not stretching it by any means, not taking a chance of anything going wrong. Bill Elliott signals that he accepts the checkered flag, and Bill Elliott has won the Michigan Champion Sparkplug 400, his 9th win of 1985.
White flag will be coming up this time around. Harold Kinder points at Dale Earnhardt, waves the white flag. Earnhardt acknowledges he goes into turn number 1. He is following Darrell Waltrip. Dave Marcus is between Dale Earnhardt and Tim Richmond. Through turn number 3, turn number 4. Here comes Dale Earnhardt. He will sweep both races at the Bristol International Speedway in 1985.
White flag is coming up this time around. You can see the fans urging him on. Bill Elliott has just 1.366 Johnny Mance, who won the first race back in 1950 here. Bonnie Fly, Buck Baker. Bill Elliott is racing into the record books. Bill Elliott is going toward immortality. Bill Elliott gets the checker flag. Bill Elliott has won an additional $1 million in 1985. What a moment in auto racing history. Bill Elliott has won a bonus of $1 million. He's well on the road to winning additional $1 million in race winnings alone. If he wins the points championship, that's another $275,000. What a big moment. Dick Bergen is down in the pit area right now.
White flag. 1 lap to go. Labonte is now a car length back of Waltrip, whose car is glued to the bottom of the racetrack.
It looks like the race traffic's far enough ahead of Darrell that it's not going to be come into play before he can get the checkered flag.
Off turn 4 for the final time. Darrell Waltrip comes down the front straightaway. Harold Kinder drops the checkered flag, and Waltrip scores his second victory of the season.
We are down near the end of this race. We're heading down towards the white flag and 1 lap to go. Harry Gant, if he can hold on, and fuel is a bit of a question right now. Will he make it this final lap? He's got to be cutting it close.
Well, you'd think he would. Now, you've seen the 15 car come in while going to take on fuel, and Harry didn't pit, and neither did Junior with the 11 car, so I don't know. It's going to be close.
Well, Harry's lead is about half a lap now, so if Harry can just hold it together as he comes into turn 3, he will win this race for the second year in a row. Gant's in the turn now. The crowd on their feet. Here comes Harry down the front straightaway. He takes the checkered flag from Harold Kinder, and Harry Gant has won the Delaware 500. Darrell Waltrip finishes second, and Harry Gant persevered and hung up all day long.
Gant now a lap down will have to fight off Ricky Rudd for third, and there's 1 lap to go.
Earnhardt had Darrell Waltrip was alongside Dale Earnhardt just a moment ago. Can he do it again?
Last chance for Waltrip will be at turn 3 and 4. Earnhardt takes them into the corner. Waltrip will be looking low. They're both right down against the curbing, and Earnhardt stutters a bit coming off turn number 4. Late getting on the throttle, and Waltrip has no place to go. Earnhardt wins the Goodies 500.
Here he is out of turn number 4. The white flag is out. 1 more lap to go, and Harry Gant has his third win of 1985 in Winston Cup competition. He comes out of corner number 2. Not much traffic ahead of him. It's going to be easy sailing, it appears, for Harry Gant. He's in turn 3 now. Keeps the car low on the racetrack. Off of corner number 4, onto the main straightaway. Harry Gant wins the Holly Farms 400 in North Wilkesboro.
White flag lap. White flag will come out on this lap, and Cale Yarborough will take it with 1 to go. There is 1 lap left to go in the Miller 500, and Yarborough will take it into turn 1. He is running for the win here. Bill Elliott will give it everything he's got to catch up to him. Now, Yarborough heads it into turn 2. He's on the back straightaway. He can smell the wind right now here in the Miller 500. This crowd is on its feet as Yarborough is now down through the back straightaway. He's entered into turn 3. There's Elliott. It looks like he's not going to be able to catch him as Yarborough now comes around down through turn 4. Jeff Bodine will be running in 3rd place. Yarborough the front straightaway, and Cale Yarborough takes the checkered flag, and Cale Yarborough has won the Miller 500 here in Charlotte. Bill Elliott is 2nd, and Jeff Bodine is 3rd.
Now, for the moment, as they get down, white flag comes out of the leaders. White flag is out on the leaders. Final moments for Darrell Waltrip to win it this afternoon. Jeff Bodine and Bill Elliott. Bill Elliott, for the moment, seems to pick up a little bit of steam. He came out on number 4, and that car just laid sideways for about 400 feet, and you can see him go almost down to the grass to try to get it back. Coming around and take the checkered flag this afternoon. Give win number 3 of the 1985 season to Darrell Waltrip. He is across the line, finishing in 1st. 2nd place will go to Ron Bouchard with his best finish of 1985, and finishing in 3rd will be Harry Gant. Gant will finish in 3rd.
Well, Elliott taking the white flag en route to a record win here today. This is the Bill Elliott of old that we're seeing right now.
And that old really started at the beginning of this year. Prior to this year, just 4 Grand National wins, 1 2 years ago, 3 last year. Here he is around Phil Parsons into the back straightaway, and this Georgia congregation ready to greet him when he comes home. Remember tonight, you'll see him right here at 10:05 on the Superstation, and all the Elliott family. Everybody up around Dawsonville. Mama Reese, she has got to be right on the edge of her chair right now, as Bill Elliott is about to become the first man to ever win 11 super speedway races in a year. Elliott has done it. He has won the Atlanta Journal 500. CALE Yarborough in second. Darrell Waltrip is third. Dale Earnhardt is fourth. Morgan Shepherd comes across in fifth. And the point story gets even tighter. We'll tell you more about that in a moment, as again, Elliott is back on the winning side of the ledger. It's been some time. The Southern 500, of course, was where he took that extra $1 million bonus from R.J. Reynolds. That's the last time he won. Now he's back in victory lane again. You'll meet him there in just a moment here on the Superstation, and you'll be with him in his battle with Darrell Waltrip at Riverside, California, when you're on the Superstation 2 weeks from today.
Harold Kinder, the flagman for NASCAR, has a white flag in his hand, and he waves it right on the hood of Ricky Rudd's car, and then Terry Labonte.
Ricky Rudd in first. First came here in 1981 when they ran 2 Winston Western 500s. He's had 1 second-place finish. That was in 1982. He's had engine problems here, had a lot of difficulties. Now he's trying to get it settled down for this last lap. Here comes Texas, Terry Labonte in car number 44, closing to turn number 6. He's there.
Right on his back bumper.
Crowd on its feet and cheering as down they come, headed for turn number 8. Ricky Rudd's in first, and you can be sure the fans watching in Virginia today are on the edge of their seat, and the Texans are up too. Here they come for turn 8. Last time to decide it all in this 312-mile, 500-kilometer event. It's coming down to this. 2 men less than a car length apart. Now there'll be a little bit of interval here as that Ford draws away. Does Labonte have anything left for turn number 9? That's the question. Under the bridge. Last shot. Terry Labonte.
Labonte's going to take it in 9 just as hard as he possibly can. Try to outbreak him, but no, Rudd takes it in equally as hard.
Labonte pulling up.
Ricky just needs to stay on the bottom of the racetrack and make Terry go by on the outside.
Slides a little. Here they come, charging the line. They're out of control a bit. They picked them up, and at the line, it'll be Ricky Rudd winning the Winston Western 500 today at Riverside, California. Across in second place is Terry Labonte, who won it in June here on this very same track.
All right, right down here, Darrell Waltrip has just pulled in. The well wishes, his wife Stevie is crying. He's taking off his helmet. It's an exciting moment here. People are shaking hands with him. He can't seem to finish his work. Stevie, what are you crying about?
I'm just thrilled.
Just thrilled, she says. They're knocking the steering wheel off for Darrell. He's got more helpers and well-wishers here, disconnecting his equipment, his lines, his radio thing, his oxygen line. And here he's coming out of the car now. We're going to try and get him and get his first public words. Well, congratulations, champion.
Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. What a great day.
It really was a great day for you, Darrell.
Yeah, it was.
Did you have it easy when you knew Elliott was out?
Well, I just went ahead and run sort of like he was still out there. I didn't really take it all that easy. I just drove a relatively quick pace, but not one that I might have drove if he'd have been out there. But my car would run. I tell you, them boys better be glad we were trying to win a championship, because it would definitely run, and I wish I could have stayed in there a little hot and heavier than I did. But just want to say hi to all my friends back there in Franklin and all my Christian buddies and mom and dad, mother and father-in-law. I love all of you.
You know, at the end there, you crossed the line with Elliott alongside of you. You guys talking to one another?
I was afraid to look over. I didn't know what he might be saying. No, we waved at each other. And, you know, he's had a great year, and this just makes us have one, too. So instead of one guy having one great year, well, we've had 2 great years.
Well, congratulations again, Darrell, for a great season.
Well, thanks, Budweiser, too, and good year. Valvoline, Kentucky Fried Chicken.
The champion for 1985 for the 3rd time in his career.